Hey guys, welcome back to some more You always like that.
Gets me every time.
Welcome back to some more Jamie Plays Phantom Hourglass. Episode, I think we're at episode 3. We left off with you completing the Temple of Wind. And
It's been forever since we've recorded, so I'm gonna take your word for that.
You went back to the temple.
The main temple?
The main temple, yeah. Do you remember what it's called?
Something with the Water King. Sea, lake, stream. I just call him the Water King.
The Water King? Temple of the Ocean King.
Ocean King. Doesn't feel like an ocean, though. It's kind of small. Did the thing, went back, did the same puzzle. Like, why do I have to do the same puzzles every time? I could see, like, little shortcuts that in the future I might be able to take or something. Maybe you get the blue orb.
Yes.
It's like, okay, we get it. You shouldn't have to walk all the way back out of this dungeon. How come I can't teleport back into there and start from there?
You do have a new weapon now. You have bombs.
There's the one place on the right side on one of the levels where you bomb and do a little shortcut. Mm-hmm. That was nice.
There's a couple of them. Some of them are obvious, and some are kind of hidden in there.
Yeah.
But there's several shortcuts with.
There's this
bombs.
one where there's like a little room where you get there's a key inside, and usually you'd have to like unlock fire flop flop.
Yes.
You just bomb and yeah.
Yeah, there's
That's
that.
Nice.
There's that one, and there's another one. I think the room before that has like there's just like the wooden crates you can bomb, so you can just skip all the phantoms in that room.
Do I know this? We'll see next time I have to go down into that dungeon for the millionth time.
This is probably by far the number one biggest complaint about this game. Actually, is this dungeon.
Add my thumbs up to that complaint. Was the new stuff in this part the little sentinels that go around?
Yes.
Where you got to knock them out with the boomerang and then poke them?
Yeah. Did you get like caught by them at all? And
I mean, of course, because I'm a very impatient man. But
did you get hit by the phantoms then and like lose time?
yeah. But,
At any point did it become a problem?
up until now, no. I got down, I got past the little sentinels, poked the guys, poked everybody, carried the little piece of like. This seems like it would be faster if I took them, chucked them as far as I could, ran, picked them back up, chucked them, picked them back. Is that a speed running technique?
It is marginally faster, yes.
That's what I thought.
Is that what you're doing?
That is what I was doing. Like,
okay.
Because when you're carrying the big triangles, you're like, yeah. I get down to the bottom, and I've got like a minute and change probably at this point. I'm like, and I felt I was not near the bottom yet. Like, I'm not finishing this without running out of time.
Okay.
No point in even continuing. So I left. Everything resets, so you gotta do all the puzzles again. So I got to that first blue portal, and I'm like, that portal has two sides to it. That's the entrance. There's an exit. It should work both ways. So I went, yeah, I'm not feeling too good about this. You should be able to skip to right here, right? So I go into the blue portal, and it just pops you right out of the beginning with no blue portal on the other side. I'm like, what the way? Okay. So now I gotta go back in again.
So this is your third time through in just this visit of...
Yeah. Go through all the puzzles, carry the... chuck and pick up the things. I go back down. You get to the door. The wisdom fairy tells you to push the map, press the map against the something, and it took me like 3 or 4 seconds, and I went... Close the DS.
Wow.
The blowing thing immediately came to me. The closing thing immediately came to me. Those are the only things I'm awesome at.
So the closing of
the basic stuff, like going into portals and thinking you can go back into portals, I'm terrible at.
So you got this right away.
Yeah.
Wow. In the 20 plus years of running Zelda Dungeon, this has been probably by far the biggest, most common, what the heck do I do? I don't understand. Does it feel like it's taking you out of the game, though? Like, clamping the...
No, because this game is 100% a gimmick. Like, it's just...
Okay.
Like, I'm already in that headspace.
So you're
attacking by drawing on a screen with a stylus. You're blowing into the microphone. You're No.
Okay. Did you like this puzzle, though? Was it creative? Did you think it was...
No,
okay.
The gimmicks, just stop.
Wow.
Just stop.
So what I was emphasizing...
It's silly, but yeah.
In the last episode, I thought you were going to get stuck with this and think it was the dumbest thing in the world.
Oh, it is the dumbest thing, but no, I didn't get stuck.
But you got it right away. You got to go back to Cannon Island, and you get the
I got my salvage arm.
Did you scream into the microphone?
No, because I was sitting next to Kelly and I didn't want to be embarrassed, so I talked as loud as I could without looking like a moron.
What did you have to pay for it?
$300.
Okay, I think.
Can I scream loud? Could I have gotten it down if I screamed louder?
Yes.
If I threatened to like murder him, will he give it to me for free?
If your threat is loud enough. But if it's soft,
it's so stupid.
If it's soft, I think you can pay up to $800 for this thing.
Wow.
What do you think of the salvaging minigame?
I don't get it.
You don't get it?
Still don't get it. There's definitely some inertia to it.
Yes.
But I don't get the inertia. Are there currents? They're the things that fart, that blow it. Well, I don't know what they're doing, but they're blowing bubbles and it makes your thing go. I mean, I would put my thing there and it should go to where my stylus is and stop. But sometimes it just kept going.
I think there is some play with it.
It's a little weird. So I have broken my salvage arm.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm also impatient. So
you're like running into mines all the time?
I'm constantly full speed. Go, go, go. Get that treasure.
Okay, so now you have the Sun Key.
Yep. Went back to the Water King. Because where I pressed the clamshell, that thing is a sun. Sun looks like a sun. Door looks like a sun. All the way back down.
So this is your fourth time through the dungeon in this segment.
And I'm like, maybe this is triggered. Because I just went as fast as I could. I didn't do anything I didn't need to do. I'm like, all right, maybe I needed to trigger something. So I did it again.
You did this dungeon 5 times.
Again. So I left. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going salvaging. I got my salvage arm. I'm not worried about it. So the dungeon can wait. I discovered a new island. Zauz was on there. I clearly don't need him yet, but he's like, when the time comes, you will need my strength.
Was he he's like hammering?
He's hammering, like, piss off, leave me alone. So I'll have to come back and obviously forge the, what's it called? Master Sword? I don't know. No, I just went to all the X's on the map. Now that I got my arm, I'm like, I'm going treasure hunting. So I went around and pulled a bunch of stuff up from the bottom of the ocean. I have so many ship parts, and I don't understand the point. The guy tells you if you have more than one ship part of the same thing, it gives you some extra ability or power or whatever. Tall chimneys, short chimneys. I can look mean. I can look like is this all just for fun?
Have you customized your ship?
Well, sure. My ship looks ridiculous. Okay. It should fall over. It makes no sense. But I put on like some sinister battle cannon. I'm like, oh, I'm doing some damage. It just shoots the same little cannons. I'm like,
it's I actually think this is a little disappointing in that
I wanted like flaming cannonballs or something cool.
A stronger attack or a faster boat, stuff like that.
Faster boat. That is what I was waiting for. I wanted rocket ships on so I'm like, oh, I gotta travel across the map. Oh, wait, I can't sleep. I got to jump over the things in the ocean. I was like microwaving something. I put my DS down.
Oh, no.
Went to the kitchen. I'm dead. I didn't move. Like, just some dude came out of the ocean and killed me.
Why didn't you take the DS with you?
I was only going to be gone for like 30 seconds.
It's a portable console.
I found an island that was shaped like a whale.
That's the Uncharted Island, where you meet the big, giant golden frog.
Oh, that's right. He gave me the slate.
Yes.
The turbo slate. Whatever the hell it's called.
Cyclone Slate.
Yes. In my salvaging travels, I came across two or three frogs, so now I have them.
Did you mark the symbols on the map now? Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Did you meet the guy with the swimming pool in his hut with the mermaid?
I didn't get it. I don't think I'm supposed to get it yet. He said something about a mermaid.
He didn't give you anything? Did you get a fishing rod?
No.
No fishing rod.
Huh. I don't catch a mermaid with a fishing pole, do I? That seems evil. Hook her in her mouth.
Do you guys think that Jamie will ever find the mermaid?
I'm never gonna meet this mermaid, am I?
Did you do anything else on this island? There's a guy who has like a mini game on the other side.
Is it the cannon minigame?
The cannon minigame, yes.
The one that I've played 1,000 times? Yes, I've been there.
What did you think of this minigame?
He keeps giving you free stuff. So I kept doing the minigame, and he kept giving me free stuff. So I kept doing the minigame, and it's like, I think 1 out of every 5 times was disappointing. The other times ooh. Ooh. So I had 2,700 was my high. I remember that.
All right.
But it's like every time you got over
2,700 is your high.
4 or 2,500.
Right. Post your highs on the Canon minigame.
I can't imagine anyone has much more than that, unless I'm missing
28.
Something.
I think 3,000 is possible.
What?
Well, some of them you can hit repeatedly.
Yeah. The one I'm playing, I'm going just hammering on the red targets.
But what about the Sun Key?
It had been so long since I'd visited that I forgot. You can go visit the fortune teller. I'm like, oh, yeah. So much like the ocarina things where you the things would always tell you what to do. No, the things you crawled into.
Yeah,
Things you crawled into, like whenever you're stuck. All right, crawl into the little thing. Fortune teller is the crawly thing now. So she's like, oh, just go back to Marquet Island. I'm like, oh.
Molita Island.
Melita?
Yeah.
Marquet. What's Marquet?
Marquet Island is the main island with the Temple of the Ocean.
No, I don't want to go there.
You've been there.
I've been there.
Too many times. Did it ring a bell eventually when you saw this keyhole? Like,
No idea.
did you mark it on your map?
Nope.
Ciela yells at you and says, you should mark this on your map.
Did she?
Yes.
I've been leaving extensive notes on my phone for things that just a picture will do. I'll just take a picture.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm like, all right. I went back and reread all my notes, got to a picture. I'm like, oh, there's the sun door.
Okay.
So I knew exactly where it was at that point. So I went there, did the key, and yeah.
He eventually leads you to the third major dungeon, I guess, the Temple of Courage.
I don't know if calling this dungeon major it's a bit of a misnomer.
Okay, so you thought, was this a pretty easy dungeon? Did you kind of run through it?
This was not a hard dungeon.
This is not a hard dungeon.
No.
It's...
I don't think I was stuck. I was stuck once. Let's see if you can guess where I got stuck. Let's just say you're probably not going to get it.
It must be a Jamieism. Then.
Yes.
Like, did you like... You put a crystal into a switch and then you forgot about it and never went back for it or something?
Very close.
Okay. What, you throw it in the...
Okay. You have a crystal. You put it into a thing. Opens up the next part of the dungeon. It's like everything else in Zelda. It's like there are a lot of weighted switches. Indiana Jones. Put the sand on the pedestal. Anyway, lots of things in the floor. Step on it, something happens. There are triggers in Zelda. Okay. Put the gem in the thing. I get to the next thing. Couldn't find another gem to put it in. I'm going around, and I went around a couple times. I'm like, where's the second gem? So then I go over, and it lets you take the first gem, take it out of the thing, and put it... What is happening?
Wow.
In what other Zelda game can you take something that has to be in a slot, and once you remove it, that door doesn't immediately close?
Well, I believe when you take it out, then the door closes. But you don't need to go that way anymore because you've created a new shortcut.
That could be.
Okay, so you make it to the dungeon boss. Do you remember this guy? You remember anything about him?
Yeah.
It's kind of a unique take on it.
It's unique, but pretty easy. And it's some big, was it like a lobster or a crab or...
Yeah, it's a crab because his name is Crake. So I think and he's got
Crake the crab.
Did you like that like weird first person? Like
it's a little weird. He charges at you for some reason you can't see him. So yeah, you just fire an arrow into where you think he is. He's so giant you're gonna hit him. And then he's stunned. He's got blue things on him, and then I just sat there and just fired arrows and just until all the blue things were gone, and then you run around and poke him in the ass a bunch of times.
No deaths with this.
Oh god.
Did you die at all?
This one especially, because obviously I wasn't perfect. I had to figure it out. But there's like treasure, and there's enemies respawning constantly, and treasures like, whatever. See, there's just hearts. Anytime you want a heart, just go to the edge and you get a heart and you're fine. Like, you should never die in this boss.
Did you die at all?
I got clamped a bunch of times. And you lose like half a heart.
Okay.
Like, it's not very hard.
At any point in this entire playthrough, this segment, did you get a game over?
When my DS ran out of batteries.
We are 3 dungeons down.
Yep.
You've awakened Ciela as one of the fairy spirits. When you were exploring the Northwest Quadrant, did you ever go to any of the miscellaneous like ships or any of the little guys? Or
there's always that guy that's cowering and with goblins, and whenever I see him on the map, I immediately go to him because I'm like, I'm gonna go poke the goblins and get free stuff, and he always gives you free stuff.
Okay.
So I always make a stop. He's a mandatory pit stop.
Well, he's always in he's
like bottom southwest corner or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. He's in the Southwest Quadrant.
There was, when
Quadrant.
I was sojourning around, I went, there's always the traveling merchant.
Yeah.
Let's go see what that person has. But I did find, I don't know, maybe it's this dude's brother, but a lot more of a fighter than his brother.
Yeah.
Or his cousin or whatever.
You get on this boat with this swordsman, and he's like a fighter.
He wants to train you or something. It's like, see how many times you can hit me. So then, of course, my first instinct is go pop, 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 and then he just starts poking you, and then you get it. So, I mean... Took me like 3 times to be like, all right, I'll try and be careful and dodge. I passed the first 2 hurdles. Then the big hurdle to become a true master is like 100 hits. That took me a while. Just because I am not...
Did you get it?
I am not a patient man. A couple times I would get close. And then I'm like, all right, I'm close enough. I'm going to go balls to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It hits you twice in a row or something.
98! So after that, I'm like, all right. Next time, I'm gonna use all my brain power. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm gonna be very meticulous. I'm in, I'm out. I'm in, I'm out. I got into a rhythm, and I think I got up to like 360.
Okay.
Boom, done. I'm a master now. I forget what he gives you.
Has your overall thoughts of the game tweaked, adjusted?
Yeah, about the same.
Okay. Is it fun, though? Are you enjoying it?
I'm in too deep.
You're in too deep.
I'm in too deep.
All right.
I'm a completionist. Once I start, I gotta. Unless it's terrible.
Okay.
I will continue. I will forge on.
Do you feel this game does it have like a lot of charm to it, though?
Nope.
You don't think so?
No. No.
No. All right. So this is
It might have at the time when the DS was like brand new. Like this is the first time I've ever used the stylus.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't understand why anyone would want to use the stylus. Like it's just like this. I'm not talking like story. I'm just talking about the gimmicks.
Yep.
The blowing, the drawing.
Okay.
Yeah.
No to the gimmicks, but the game is.
It's all right. It's fine.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's fine. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and tune in next time, and we will look for the ghost ship.